In part 2, we can talk about the calculation for FIF. There are two most common methods that we use. The first one is fair dividend rate, FDR, and the second one is comparative value, CV. First, I will talk about the fair dividend rate, FDR. To make it easier, first I will define what's the FDR, and second, I'll do the calculation on how I calculate the FDR. In FDR, you'll be taxed 5% of the entire market value of your foreign share on the 1st of April, and the formula will be 5% times the opening market value plus any quick sell adjustment. The opening market value is the total market value that you hold in the beginning of the income year, 1st of April, and the quick sell adjustment is when you buy and sell share in the same company in the same income year. And of course, if you pay the tax in the fair dividend rate, the overseas dividends that you receive are no longer taxable by themselves. So right now, I'll be using FDR method to calculate the Vanguard fund that I bought back in 2019. And I'll be doing financial year 2022, which is started from 1st of April 2021 to 31st of March 2022. As I mentioned earlier, the formula will be the 5% times opening market value, which is the total market value of share that I hold in the income year, 1st of April. And first, I look at what I bought in 2019. It will be 5,000 quantity and 55 quantity in 2020, March of 31st. And the reason I don't calculate 2021 April and October is because it's after the 1st of April of 2021. So the total quantity that I hold will be 60,000, and I'll be using $1.48, which is a Vanguard price based on the 1st of April 2021 in Aussie dollar. And of course, I have to convert it into New Zealand dollar, which is a conversion rate of 0.9193. So the total value times 5% will be $4,829.76, assuming there's no quick sell adjustment. So right now, we'll look at the comparative value, the CV method. The formula will be the closing value plus gain minus opening value plus the purchase. It might seem very complicated, but trust me, after you look at the example that I show you, it will be easier than you thought. So the closing value will be the total market value of the investment at the last day of the tax year. And the gains will be the dividends they received during the year. The opening value will be the market value of the investment at the first day of the tax year, which is the 1st of the April. And that is similar to the FDR method that I showed you earlier. And the purchase will be what you buy and the overseas investment during the tax year. Let's look at the example of the CV method. So first we need to get the closing value. And the closing value is the total value at the end of the financial year. If you look at here with similar example that we have when you calculate for the FDR, the total units they hold will be 105,000, and that times the closing price of the last day of the financial year, and with the conversion, and so the closing value that you have will be $180,508.87, and plus any gains, which is the dividend you receive during the year, will be $4,154.35. And for the minus the opening value, and the opening value will be similar of what we calculate in the beginning in the FDR method. And the units we hold in the beginning of the financial year will be 60,000 units and times the opening price in the 1st of April with the conversion rate, and we'll get $96,601.07. And the purchase will be what you purchased during the financial year, and that will be $76,403.89 with you plus the both together. So if you used all the formula, use a closing value plus a gain minus opening value plus a purchase, so the total CV income that you have is $11,658.26. So you will ask, which method is better? To make it easier, if your investment make a loss during the year or the gain is less than 5%, then the CV method will be a better option because you will produce a lower amount of FIF income when you make a loss or gain less than 5%. Whereas if your gain is more than 5%, then FDR will be a better option because it essentially limits the amount of FIF income to 5% of the opening market value. So it will produce a lower amount of FIF income if your investment is more than 5% gain.